Hey, it's Abby and welcome to my Midwest kitchen where the countertops might be messy, but no one goes home hungry. So it's after Labor Day now, fall is in the air and pumpkin spice is everywhere you look. Starbucks actually launched their line of pumpkin spice drinks, the earliest they ever have in 2020, and I love what they have. Pumpkin spice lattes, the pumpkin cream cold brew they came out with last year was my all-time favorite, but in the past year I have developed an adult dairy allergy. Ooh, fun and exciting, right? Well, that means I can't have a pumpkin cream cold brew anymore, and I've been craving one like none other, so I figured I would try my hand at making my own dairy-free version. I tried ordering a pumpkin cream cold brew dairy-free, and my barista was so nice. She's like, oh yeah, we can totally do that. We'll make it with almond milk. I'm like, great, you're making my day. But then she realized that whatever Starbucks uses for pumpkin flavoring actually has dairy in it. I don't know what they use, but it does contain dairy. So what really makes this pumpkin cream cold brew stand out from the rest is this delicious whipped foam cream on top of the cold brew, because it's just standard cold brew in the cup and then a couple of squirts of vanilla, and then they put this beautiful blended cream on top of it, and that's what we're trying to recreate. Here's what you're gonna need to make that cream: a blender, canned pumpkin, ground cinnamon, pumpkin pie spice, vanilla drink syrup, a vanilla dairy-free coffee creamer, and iced or cold brew coffee. So for our first experiment, we're gonna take some almond milk creamer. I like the vanilla kind. We'll do 2/3 of a cup. I don't know what the appropriate pumpkin ratio is. We'll start with like 1 tablespoon. Ooh, that's potent. Maybe like half a tablespoon. That looks like baby food. Okay, I'm gonna put some pumpkin pie spice in here just to really boost that flavor. I got some in my mouth. Don't rip things with your teeth, kids. Measurements for this. That'd probably be a good idea, huh? I'm thinking like half a teaspoon. Yeah, half a teaspoon. We're gonna do half a teaspoon of cinnamon too, because this is experimental. It's what this is all about. Learning and growing and making things dairy-free. And we can always knock down this creamer with just some plain almond milk. So if we do end up going a little too intense on this first round, we can adjust. All the spices kind of gelled up on the side. I don't think it's ever gonna get to that frothy texture that Starbucks has, because we're not working with real dairy, we're working with nut dairy, but we can try. It smells good. It smells like we're on the right track. Let's give this a taste. It smells pumpkin-y and cinnamony and delightful. It's not like the consistency changed a whole lot. For being the first try, I think we're on to something. I'm making coffee. Here's how I assembled the drink. I poured my pre-made coffee into a mason jar full of ice. Then I added what I thought was equivalent of 2 pumps of vanilla syrup. Gave it a little bit of a stir just to mix it together. Then I poured in my homemade pumpkin cream. Oh, looks good. And of course I sprinkled on some pumpkin pie spice, just like the nice folks at Starbucks. I'm trying to be very careful as to not mess it up right now because it's looking very pretty, but look at it! Ah! I even sprinkled a little, this is gonna be a mess if I try to do it, put a little pumpkin pie spice on the top like Starbucks does on the cold brew, so we're gonna try it. I'm so excited. I think that this turned out surprisingly well for it being from brain to blender. Maybe I should make a series. From brain to blender. I will say, even before I drink this, I know there's a lot of spice in here. Like, I blended it pretty good, but that spice just doesn't blend totally into it. I could see it sedimenting at the bottom. High five yourself. I did it. It's great. And honestly, I don't think I would need the vanilla syrup. It's a nice touch, don't get me wrong. It's very sweet and very treat-like and very pumpkin-y, but I think using the vanilla creamer, I wouldn't necessarily need the vanilla syrup. So if you can't find that, or if you don't have it right in your house, you don't need it. Use the vanilla creamer. I nailed it. I was not expecting to, and I totally nailed it. I am so proud of myself right now. Oh, this is so great. And super easy to do. Like now I know like what my ratios, my measurements are. We're set. I'll leave a link down below, of course, with everything you'll need to make your very own pumpkin cream cold brew at home, dairy-free, of course. You can also check it out on my blog, thesmalltowntourist.com/mymidwestkitchen. I never want summer to go away, but now that I know how to make this, I'm okay with fall. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing and liking this video. And if you try it out for yourself, be sure to let me know. You can tag me in it on Instagram at mymidwestkitchen. And on to the next order of business. Figuring out how I'm going to properly refrigerate all this pumpkin. I'll see ya.